What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CalLife here, bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video, and today we are going to be playing some Crusadia. Now Crusadia is a really fun deck. You basically just go ahead and kaiju off their monster, and then you go into a bunch of links which basically gets you to end on the Crusadia Max, and where you could just go ahead and deal massive damage as long as the opponent's monster is facing at in front of you, and then you have two cards on the sides of you linked up. Now this deck is really fun. I did go ahead and make some edits. I added in infinite impermanences to the deck just so we can have some of the gates, and I added in some more kaiju monsters just so we always have the opportunity to go ahead and kaiju someone. So like I said, this deck is fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. CalLife is signing out. See ya. Alright, so we are going to be starting second, and we are going to open up with a pretty bad hand, but we have a Maxi. So what I'm hoping for is that we could go ahead and get it off. I noticed that he banishes one of his cards using Sarcophagus, and when the Thunder Dragon Roar gets banished, he can go ahead and special summon it. So with the special summoning, we get our Maxi to go off, and he's going to go ahead and get rid of his whole entire hand, which was curious because he wanted to activate the power of grass is always greener. So anyways, the Giant Rex is going to go off. He's going to go ahead and summon that, and then the Thunder Dragon Dark is going to allow him to add himself a Thunder Dragon card to his hand. Now he's going to activate the grass is always greener. He's going to get off his mecha. From here, he's just going to keep summoning, and he is just going to keep giving us cards. I guess he doesn't care that the fact that we are going to still be able to get cards, and so he's gonna get his Dragon Colossus to come off. But because Maxi is just a draw power and it's not in addition, like adding a card from the deck, we're constantly gonna still be able to use the power of Maxi, which is gonna be huge for us. So right here, he's gonna go into Christ on Hulk. From Hulk, he's going to go ahead and summon out his next card, which is going to allow him to get the Necro, and then from there he's going to go into Appaloosa. From Appaloosa, he's going to have 3 monster negates, and then he's going to summon off a Jet Synchron, and then he's going to go ahead and summon off the Doscaper. Use that Jet Synchron in Colossus to go ahead and make a Ravenous Croc and end his turn. Now I was a little curious on why this was his turn, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, we are going to hit him with Lightning Storm, kaiju off his Ravenous Croc, and then from there we're going to go into Crusadia Magus. From Magus, I'm going to activate Engage. Engage is going to grab us a Hornet Drones. We activate our Hornet Drones, which is going to allow us to summon one of our Sky Striker monsters, which we're going to go with Kagari. And Kagari allows us to go ahead and draw a card, and because we linked it to Magus, Magus is going to let us go ahead and take a Crusadia card from our deck and add it to our hand, and then with the Engage we can go ahead and grab ourselves, with the Kagari we can grab ourselves and Engage. From there I'm going to go and summon off Kaina. I'm going to go and use this ability to go ahead and hit the Kaiju monster just in case he has a Nibiru, that way he can't attack next turn with it. So from there we're going to link summon into Regulus. I'm going to go and summon out the Crusadia Draco. Draco is going to grab us a Crusadia card from our graveyard, which is going to be the Arboria. And then with Regulus, we could go ahead and grab ourselves a Crusadia Revival. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and link into one more card, which is going to be our Max. And this is just where it just gets GG's, because now I can summon out Maximus, and I can summon out Leonis. And now what that does is when I use Maximus ability, I can do double the damage when I attack. So we hit for a total of 10k. Pretty sick. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the next one. Alright, so in round 2, we are going to be going second once again. And we're going against Chris Pratt apparently. Chris Pratt is playing a Swordsoul. Like, come on, guys. Gotta love Diamond Rank, right? Anyways, he's gonna start off by summoning his Baron de Fleur, which usually would be an issue, but because we played Kaiju that we got 2 in the hand, we are not worried. Then he summons out his Fusion Destiny to summon out the DPE. Once again, we are not worried. and I believe he just ends his turn. So now we know that he can't use Blackout because he does not have his Changing on the field. So what I'm going to do is Kaiju off his DP, that way he can't make a return. From there, I'm going to hit it with Infinite Impermanence. I'm going to activate our Engage to get ourselves a Drones and summon out the Maximus. From Maximus, I'm going to go into the Magus. From Magus, I'm going to go and use Hornet Drones. Hornet Drones lets me summon out my Sky Striker token. From there, we're going to go into into Kaina. We're going to use Kaina's ability to go ahead and hit his Baron de Fleur. That way he cannot attack with it next turn, just in case. And so what's going to happen is we are going to be able to use draw out Draco. And then I'm going to use Kagari's ability to go ahead and get ourselves a Sky Striker Engage card from our graveyard, which is going to be huge for us because now we can go into Regulix. And from here, I'm thinking that we have game, and you're about to see, unfortunately, that is not the case. As I activate Regulus ability and I activate the ability of Crusadia Draco. Now I summon out the Equamax. With Equamax coming to the field, I'm thinking I can go ahead and use game, but apparently we can't because I activate the Crusadia power to negate his effect veiler, and he activates the Forbidden Droplet and gets rid of our Kaiju, which means we lose the attack buff, which does suck. Plus we are negated for this turn, so good thing we went ahead and hit the Kaina on the Baron de Fleur. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually Kaiju off his Baron de Fleur, and then from there I'm gonna go into the Magius, and I'm gonna go ahead and activate this again to go into another Regulix. And then from Regulix, I'm just going to go ahead and attack into his Kaiju and end turn by placing one card face down. Now, it was a good thing that I did this because I really did not feel like dealing with this. But anyways, he draws into a Maxi. He's able to summon it thanks to DP. Thanks to Dasher. And then he's going to use Celestial to go ahead and grab himself 2 cards. He plays one face down. And so I don't really have an answer for this. So what I'm going to do is just summon out our Leonis. Now with Regulus being linked, we can go ahead and get ourselves a Crusader Revival. I'm going to go ahead and use Leonis ability, and then what that's going to allow me to do is do piercing damage. So we do a total of 2,500. So honestly, it sucks we couldn't one punch him, but it is what it is. We still have a nice little chunk of a lead here. Now he's going to activate his Long Yun. From there, I'm just going to go ahead and allow him to summon off his monster because we can't use the ability of Maker Window because we have Leonis here. He's going to hit us with infinite impermanence, which is going to negate this, which I'm fine because he can only attack once. And so now it is our turn, and you're about to see it's basically GG's because he probably should have waited a little. But anyways, we get ourselves a Arboria, which is going to allow us to go ahead and now make ourselves a Spatha. Now by making Spatha, I'm going to activate Widowacre, put the changing right below my Spatha, and we were going to go ahead and attack for game. So another GG's. Let's get on to the next one. All right, now we are going second once again. So if you guys haven't noticed, going second with this deck is a must. You don't want to go first playing Crusadias. Anyways, they activate their pot, and they're just going to go ahead and end their turn. I was a little curious about this, so I decided to go ahead and place a Maximus in defense, just because we have 2 already in our hand, and I want to protect myself. So they activate their pot once again. They're able to go ahead and draw 2 cards. From there, they activate Fire Formation Tenki. So at this point, I originally thought they were playing Tri-Brigade, but it turns out that they're not. So they kept thinking that the card in my hand was Ash Blossom, but in the end, it was really just Maxi. So by doing this, we're going to activate our Maxi challenge, noting that he can't use his cross out again. The only thing he could have done is hit us with a Ash Blossom, but because he crossed out the Ash Blossom as well, we had no issues with getting a Maxi off, which is going to allow us now to be able to just go ahead and draw cards if they decide to keep going with a summon. So we hit them with the infinite impermanence to go ahead and negate that. They summon, which gives us a Crusadia monster, and then they're going to give us a Harpie's Feather Duster, and then they're going to go and try to use their effect. They can't do anything. They do go ahead and attack us, which is going to do massive damage. We're taking what, 5,700 damage right there. So we're down to 2,300, and honestly, I am not too worried because we have a really good hand. I'm going to start off by activating Harpie's Feather Duster, which is going to allow him to use his spell card to get a card onto the field. And then I'm going to Kaiju the one card I thought was more threatening. And now I'm going to start going into my combos. As you can see, I go into the Magus. From Magus, I'm going to summon out the Reclusia. And from there, I'm going to activate this, which is going to allow me to destroy. Now, I really did mess up because I thought for some reason I had Arboria in in the grave. So what I did, I thought I could protect myself, but I realized that I had double Maximus. So then I summon out the Draco by going to another Magus, and then we can get us another Maximus from our grave. I go into the Regulex. From Regulex, I'm gonna go ahead and summon out Maxx, and then from here we're getting a Crusadia Revival. I activate Crusadia Revival, and then I'm gonna activate Max's ability. And now with the power of Revival, I could attack everyone directly, but honestly, we could just go ahead and hit one card per game. So GG's to them. GG's. All right, so we are going to be going second once again, and we're going to start off by activating our Maxx. Now guys, this is going to be the last match, and you're going to see why, because this just keeps happening. Anyways, we see that they are playing Virtual World, and guess what? They are going to take on the Maxx challenge. Now, what is weird about this player is I don't think he actually bricked, because I feel like there should have been more combos to be played, but I also think at the same time they wanted to not keep taking on the challenge as much, so they just decided to end off with Shen Shen on the board. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I think I personally still would have went for VFD just in case, but either way, if he did, we did have the Sky Striker mobile meaning Sky Striker Widow Acre. So we are going to activate the Harpie's Feather Duster. He's going to use Chuchi. Chuchi is going to go ahead and get 2 cards to go back into the deck and destroy our Harpie's Feather Duster, but our Harpie's Feather Duster does go off. And the reason I did this is because I did not want him to go ahead and get rid of the Kaiju monster that we were about to take when we summon it. So now we can now go into our plays. We're going to summon out the Reclusia, go into the Magus. From Magus, I'm going to summon out the Peril Exceed. Then we're going to activate Hornet Drones. That way we could chain it and we can get our token onto the field first. And then from here, I'm going to go with the Exceed's ability and the Magus ability. I'm able to take a Crusadia monster from my deck, add it to my hand, and I can summon out another Peril Exceed from the deck as well. Now, the crazy thing about this is I decided to use Peril Exceed to go into Dugarius the Timeless, and then from there I can now go into Kagari, and Kagari is just going to allow me to go ahead and grab another engage, but that's of little importance because from here I'm now going to go into Regulix, and as you can see, he only has 2 cards. I think he would have been Maxx'd by now. I mean, not Maxx'd, Nibiru'd. So I'm just going for it. I activate Dugari's ability. And if you don't know, what Dugari's does is he has 3 abilities. You can skip your next draw phase, draw 2 cards and discard 1, or you can skip your main phase, special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position, and then finally skip your battle phase of the next turn, double the attack of 1 monster until the end of this turn. So if you look, this is how much attack we have, and because we also have Maximus on the board, when we do attack, it was going to do double damage. So we go in for the attack and they immediately just go ahead and surrender. So anyways guys, thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed the videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help the channel grow. We're almost at 1,000 subs. Like, this is crazy. But anyways, thank you. Cat Life is signing out. See ya.